Through your pennies, try to agree. Some luck from the wish and the will. I think the wishing will run dry.
Welcome to Backyard Planking. My name is Charles. I'll be your host as we go through and explore everything BB and pellet related, from air pistols to air rifles, targets, and ammo. I'll do a little ballistics test today. I'm going to use the UMAREX Surge. Why are you using that one? Because it's new? Well, no, actually because it was the closest thing to the door of the safe this morning when I opened it up and decided to do all this. So, got the second camera set up. Put the homemade ballistics gel on the table. And depending on how the pellets penetrate, that'll kind of dictate how I go forward with it. And what I mean by that is, the first one we're going to use is standard flat nose pellets. Second shot, 10.5 grain. Now there are some heavier things out there. Everything that I'm going to use today, well, with the exception of the H&N Sports, I haven't found these on the shelf, but there's something that's pretty close to them. Everything we're going to use is something that you can go in and pick up. So these are two wild extremes from as far as weight grain goes. Then after that, we're going to use the 7.4 grain Crossman, the Destroyer, and then the 9.57 grain from H&N Sport. That'll leave us with a 7.9 grain for the last shot. So what might happen here is I might get a couple of shots one way. We might have to turn the gel around and try to get some the other direction. So let me set the gel up. Let's find out what happens. Alright, let's get the first two shots in her. See what happens. Standard flat nose first. I think it went in there. We'll find out. Second one. 10.5 grain. These are some that are from Gammo. Alright. That one shot low. See, here's the thing that I have to remember. We really increased the weight of the pellet, which means that at a distance, it's going to start to fall off a little bit. So I can't aim in the same spot that I did with the little lightweight flat nose. Remember that if you try this. Go down here and take a look. We got the second camera set up, so you've already seen it. I haven't. Now I'm jealous. Both of them went clean through. entered here, exit on the other side. Left a nice little trail. Now this is 4 inches homemade ballistics gel. This test is going to tell us something else too. Now, the shape might look familiar. Potato chip can. I only started with this much, so we know at about 4 inches, something with 1,000 feet per second is just going to go right through. So the next one I do, be at least twice as long, probably more. But we still got some time. I'm going to set this thing back up and we see where those 2 marks are. So try a couple of different rounds. Alright, so we had the standard flat nose, 10.5 grain. Try one of the destroyers from Crossman. See if it makes a bigger cavity as it passes through the gelatin. So, you know, if you're talking about hunting purposes and stuff like that, penetration is not everything. Sometimes you want something to kind of spread out and take up a little more room. Hit pretty hard. Alright. The Barracuda Hunter Extreme from H&N Sport. Now this one is a like a little hollow point. But yeah, it's a little heavier. I got to remember to raise my aim up some. I think that one went a little high in the gelatin. Maybe I overcompensated. Yeah. While I'm sitting here, we're going to go ahead and use one of the 7.9 grain from Gammo. A cute little recess in it with a small point. Kind of like the destroyer. And it's got a good snug fit too. Let's go see. Alright, so I kind of figured, you know, they all went completely through. Now, right there, and I know it's probably going to be hard to see, is where that Extreme Hunter went in. And you can definitely tell in the wound track through this ballistic gel. It is most definitely a different looking sight. It's okay, we got a starting point now. Once we set our standard length of the gel, we're going to have to, because I want to catch them. I want to see what they look like. I want to see if they expand. I want to see if they collapse. I want to see if they do anything. But we got to start somewhere. You know, we're doing it at, it's actually 11.67 yards from there, from here to where it was. which is, you know, I've told you before, I don't really care what ballistics gel does at 4 feet. I want to know what's going to happen out here. So I think it's a pretty good starting point. Everything went completely through, but we learned something new today. Very cool. Till next time, my name is Charles. It's been Backyard Plinking.